In this video, I'm going to share with you some cooking activities that lead to some great snacks in the end, so stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It's Lydia, thanks for joining me. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about, I'm going to be showing you some snacks that you can make with your kiddos while babysitting. One is a freezer food. You gotta freeze it, you gotta use the freezer. And then the other is an oven food. And so if you're not comfortable using the oven, I've got the other one here to show you what you can do instead. So the first snack we're going to make is called yogurt bark, and for that one you're going to need a tin or a cookie sheet of some sort. You'll need parchment paper. And for my parchment paper, it tends to roll up on me all the time, so what I do is just flip it over and I try to crease it down into the corners. And then it still tends to never lay flat, but we work with it. Okay, now, see, it just doesn't lay flat. It'll lay flat when we put the yogurt on it. Speaking of yogurt, I get the Light and Fit Greek yogurt because I'm trying to stay a little bit healthier, but it's not working because then I put all this good stuff on it. So yogurt, what you're going to want to do, or have the kids do, because this is something they can do, is spoon out some yogurt onto your cookie sheet and spread it thin. So I got my spoon. Oh, alrighty. So depending on how much yogurt you want or how much yogurt bark you're going to want is how much yogurt you're going to put on your cookie sheet. Now, I'm not going to do a lot because I'm the only one eating it, but if there were a couple extra kids with me, we'd be putting a little more on. And what I'm going to do is going to flatten it out, spread it thin, so that it can freeze and turn into bark. So like Goldilocks always said, not too small, not too big, right? Not too thin, not too thick. You need a medium size so you can break it up once it's frozen. Let's talk toppings now. I have blueberries and strawberries for today's toppings, as well as granola and honey. For these toppings, or for my granola, not my granola bark, my yogurt bark, I am going to cut up some fruit to put on it. If I was doing this with a bunch of kids, I would make sure I can portion control, and what I mean by that is that I would cut up the fruit earlier in the day or on my own, and then I'd put it in a bowl for them to then put it on the yogurt bark if they wanted to help. This way I know how much fruit is going on there. We're not having the kids use some knives that they shouldn't be using. It's just very easy. It's easy that way. So, but today it's just me, so I get to use the knife and I don't have to prep. And I like to make them in small chunks. That way when I go to eat the yogurt bark, I'm not eating a whole strawberry. I get little tiny pieces here and there, and then I mix it with the blueberries. And yeah, okay. So, and while I'm doing this, when you're portion controlling, you can't do this, but when I do this on my own, I usually just, after I'm done cutting up the strawberry, I put it on the yogurt bark to see how much I still need, because I don't want to have too many strawberries on my yogurt bark, and I want to make it even with my blueberries. So I think I'm going to cut up one more strawberry, one more big one, and put that on the yogurt bark. Again, if I had more kids, there'd be more yogurt bark, which means there'd be more strawberries, right? So you just have to gauge kind of how much you want to put on, cut it up, put it in a bowl so they could use it, or they could do it themselves. And then you move on to the blueberries. Oh, that's a big chunk. See what I mean? That's a big chunk. I don't want to eat that while eating my yogurt bar. I want it to be a little bit smaller, you know? Okay. Hey. Alrighty. After this, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my blueberries. And yes, I cut up my blueberries, so I'll be cutting up some blueberries. And I would usually cut them up for, like, look how big that is. I'm not putting that on there. I gotta cut that up. Again, I'd cut these up for the kids as well. Put them in a bowl. Oh. And have them do it. Have them spread it out on the yogurt bark, just because that means that they're helping, and they're helping create something they're eating. And when you help create something, you tend to eat it more often than if somebody else makes it for you. I learned that. I used to hate eating anything. I was a very picky eater when I was younger. I ate pizza with no sauce on it. I had spaghetti with just butter and cheese. I wouldn't let anything touch my food. That I used like the separation plates. I was so picky. Now I cook family for the dinner. I cook dinner for my family, and I eat it all. The only thing I don't eat is mushrooms. I just can't seem to get myself to like those. But yeah, the more you make, the more you tend to eat it. All right, blueberries are done. We are now going to move on to granola. Now, like I said earlier, portioning this out would be best, just because I like more yogurt than granola in my yogurt bark. I mean, that's how it should be. So what I'll do is I'll put it in a bowl so they can sprinkle it all over. But it's just me today. So in my granola is actually, it's triple berry. So there's dried raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries. If you can't tell, I really like fruit. So it's a plus that they're in there. I really like that. It gives that extra like oomph to it. They're sticking to my hands. Alrighty, that looks good. And for the icing on the cake, or the sweet treat on the yogurt bark, is honey. And I tend to just do this myself, that way we're not wasting honey. But I just drizzle it on and just gauge how much I would want on there. Not too much, not too little. You do want some flavor in there. Some sweetness. Although the fruit adds sweetness to it anyways, I like to add a little more. Okay, I need to put this on the grocery list. Alrighty, I guess that's all I'm getting out of that. Alrighty, so that is my yogurt bark. So this goes in the freezer for about 25 minutes, and it freezes. And then once it comes out, I will show you what it looks like, and we can have some together. The next food we are going to be making is personalized pizzas with the kids. But first I want to talk to you about making sure that everything is prepared for you to make these things. So if you're going to make yogurt bark and personalized pizzas with the kids that you babysit for, and you're in charge of dinner, just running the idea by the parents beforehand and making sure that they have all these ingredients at the house so that when you get there, you guys can make it. And then if they're not okay with it, then they'll let you know what they'd like you to do for dinner for that night. But making sure that everything's there for you when you go to make the pizzas. That way there's no, oh, we're gonna make pizzas tonight, and then, oh, sorry, we don't have the ingredients, you know? I find that if you text the parents about this and communicate what you're looking to do. They tend to get very excited about it, just because that means that's an activity that you're doing with their kid instead of putting them in front of the TV. And they're excited to help you out in whatever way they need to help you do that activity. So whether it's getting those ingredients, or if it's a craft, getting those craft supplies, or whatever it may be. So back to the personalized pizzas. First things first, you're going to need to preheat that oven. And then also, I like crispy crust. So I found a hack that if you put your stone or your cookie sheet or whatever you're baking these pizzas on in the oven, while it preheats, that you'll get a crispier crust when the pizza actually cooks. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stone in the oven and preheat the oven to 425. For the pizza crust that I got, that's what it says on the package, so make sure you're reading the package on what kind of, it may be different depending on what the parents got, but just read the packaging. It'll tell you how long and for what degree. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and assemble the pizza. First thing that goes on is the pizza sauce. I got ragu, homemade style. And as you can tell, my pizza's kind of like a bowl shape. So if you put the sauce in there, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to sit in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some in. And then I'm going to take a spoon and spread it out with the back of the spoon. And then I'm going to gauge if I need more sauce, if I need to take out sauce. Remember how I said I never liked pizza sauce as a kid? I always ate, it literally was bread and cheese. So I'm still a little skimpy on the sauce, but this is going to be fine. Remember, homemade, if I make it, I eat it, it'll be fine. I suggest if you're letting the kids do this part, that you go ahead and put some sauce in a bowl with a spoon and let them spoon it out onto their pizzas. All right, the next step is the toppings, and the first is mozzarella cheese. I'm going to make sure that spreads out. Again, if I'm letting the kids do it, I put it in a bowl and let them sprinkle it on their pizzas. And that way they can decide how much cheese they want on there or not. Try to make it all even. All right, and now the other toppings. So this can be anything, like they could just have plain cheese pizza, pepperonis, black olives, sausage, whatever they want, and whatever the parents buy, I guess. So you'll bring that out, you'll go ahead and put it into bowls and let it sit out in the middle of the table, and whoever wants it on their pizza will grab it and put it on their pizza. So I just like plain pepperoni pizza. So what I'm gonna do is I'll get some pepperonis. Now with personalized pizzas, I don't like whole pepperonis on there. So I tend to cut mine up into quarters. I also do this for the kids as well, just because it's easier. You're not wasting as many pepperonis. You put it in a bowl and they just pick out what they want and they go, right? They put it on there. So this way, we're not wasting food. See, now if these were whole pepperonis, I'd only be able to get like 4 or 5 on there. But with this, I was able to get like 7, I think, I grabbed. Alrighty. Ooh. So there is my pizza. It is ready for the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my pizza stone, transfer it over, and then I'll only put it in the oven for about 8 minutes because that is what the instructions say. And then, yeah, my pizza will be ready. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so my pan is out. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on there so it reminds me that the pan is hot. Wow, that gets hot. It's been in the oven, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to move my pizza over to my pan and pop it back in the oven and put it in for 8 minutes, and then I will be ready to eat it. So while my pizza cools, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the bark out of the freezer. I want to show you what it looks like. Obviously, you're not gonna pull this out until the kids are ready to eat it, but I just wanted to show you that look how easy it pulls off, and you just put it into chunks. You just break it up for them and they can eat it, and it's like bark. So you just want to break it up, and it comes off the parchment paper so easily, and then they eat it. That's good. So breaking it up for them and making sure that everybody has a piece and is trying it. But if they're eating some and then they're done with it, put it back in the freezer so that it does not melt on you. But that is the freezer bark, and it's pretty good and somewhat healthy. Now I want to show you what the pizza looks like. Well, I mean, I know what pizza looks like, but I want to kind of show you what I'm going to be eating, or how it turned out, really. All right, so I'm gonna cut it in fourths. For kids, I usually cut it into 8s, just because that way they're not making a mess. Oh yeah, look at that. Time for a bite. It's still very, very hot, but I'm hungry. All right. Oh no. Oh, that's hot. Alrighty, you get the point. Here's my pizza, my personalized pizza, my yogurt bark. It is great activity to do with the kids. It turns into a delicious snack afterwards, and something that they can be proud of in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.